This is KT tape, and this is trying to keep his sensor off. This is his sensor. Let's put your arm down. Let me see what we got. So it's going to help it stay longer, okay? Because it was already trying to come off after a couple of days. So if you see some of the tape coming off like this, you can go ahead and trim it. Whatever, like, here, I'm just going to trim this piece here, sweet. Can you hold it? Like that? No, I'm just going to cut the tape, not you. Just the tape. So if you see like half of this is all off, go ahead and cut it. So like if this tape is kind of half off already, you can go ahead and cut. I'm not cutting you. I'm not hurting you. Okay, it's just the tape. Okay. So what you can do, like say half of this tape is all off. Just don't tear it off of him. Keep it on him, but just go ahead and trim that piece off. And then this is a strip of tape. Basically, you cut him in half. And I'll cut it in half for you. And then wherever you're going to put more of it, pretend that this is where, you know, there's two pieces on him. There's one on this side and one on this side. But you kind of have to look at it and see where to cut around. So like let's pretend we're going to put it right here. So we would cut like a little square right there. So we would cut here. And then you kind of try to figure out where you're going to cut the next piece. So it'd be like right here. So cut, you know, to make it fit around there. And then cut. So then when you're going to replace it, if you need to replace it, you would do that. If you just need to put a little piece on it, then just cut a little piece of it. But before you put this tape on him, you want to make sure he's clean. It's very clean and dry because it's not going to stay. So let's say you were going to put tape on him right here. Let's pretend this is him. You would clean the area really well. Just clean it really well. Wherever you're going to put the tape, let it dry. Let it dry really well. And then peel the part. Try not to touch it and let it dry. And then stick it wherever you need it. Around the sensor. Stick it really and press it down like that. Okay? And then just don't pull it off. But let's say he's running around and like it ends up coming like half of it's off like this weekend. Some of it's off like that. What are you going to do? Just cut that little piece off like that. Then get another little piece, you know, wipe it, let it dry, and cut a little piece to replace that and put it back on there. Okay? You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's taking care of this. This is not waterproof, it's water resistant or water. It's so you can go into 8 feet, but I think it's only up to 8 feet. So he can take a bath with this. He can take a shower with this. So that's fine. So it looks like it's pretty secure for the weekend. I mean, I see a little edge here. I mean, it's fine. I think but if you notice like half of this is off, I'm not pulling it off. If you notice half of it is off, just go ahead and trim it off and then cut a piece to replace it and stick it on there. But make sure you clean it before. Okay? Got it? So I'll cut this piece for you so you have this piece. And when you have the underarm over here, you're probably going to need to cut most of it off because it's too much tape. It would be under his armpit and it would be bothersome if you kept that much on there. You understand? So like here, I would cut it maybe right there. I'm already doing this for you, so you don't have to worry about pre-cutting if you needed to replace the tape. Okay. Oops. I might have cut it a little too much there. But you get the picture, right? Just make sure it's clean and dry before you put this on, because it will lose adhesion. So like here, that would fit perfectly there. And so this would go under his arm, and that would be weird. So you can cut all this. You can pretty much cut all that off. So I'm gonna cut all this off, so you can kind of look at it and see, because you don't want it under his armpit. That's kind of weird. Okay, understand? Let me see, Jordan. So this can go like that. But just don't cover the sensor. So that would be there. Okay.
So you rip the underlying piece off. You take that underlying piece off.
Yeah, it's just like a sticker and put it on.
No, I'm talking about the underlying piece that it's replacing. You got to take that off right here. This part, this half would have to come off. This half right here has to come off, right? The half to the left.
We're not taking it off. We're just trying to make it last as long as we can. 3 weeks is what the max people say. We're trying to make it 1 week because it's supposed to work at least for 1 week. And I don't know when we put it on Monday. It's supposed to go through at least Monday.
So aren't you going to have layers of tape over? You're going to have layers of tape.
No, you're not putting this over. So far, this tape is fine, so leave it as is. But if you see half of this falling off, is already fallen off, like I just showed you.
Right.
Like if it's half of it's falling off, then just go ahead and trim it off.
Yeah.
And then just cut the piece that replaces that. Like if it's only that much is off, just go ahead and, because we want to just keep. We don't need to put tape over. I don't think over tape because it's kind of, because look what happens. Okay. You got that? Yes.
All right. I want to know about priming. That's what I want to know.
Priming?
Yeah. How does the priming work?
Calibrating.
Calibrating.
Okay. So Jordan has these things, and you saw all my fanny packs that I bought, right? Did I send them to you? I don't think I sent them to you. Let me just show you. Get some insulin pump sometimes. He has these sacks. So basically it will fit a phone in here. They're stretchy. These are $5.99. Okay, at TJ Maxx, an activity belt. I don't know if it's gonna fit him yet, but when he gets bigger. This is one from Dexcom. It was free. I got it at a convention or whatever, at a conference. Okay, and this is the one that I bought him for $20 at Academy. They sell these sports belts so that when you go jogging, you can wear this. So it's lightweight. So this is the transmitter. It cannot get wet. It's not supposed to be wet. So I have it in a plastic bag, okay? Don't put this, make sure if he takes a bath or goes swimming, this has to come off, okay? And this works 15 to 20 feet. So he has to be 15 to 20 feet. If we go far away, it'll stop working. But right now, it's collecting blood data every 5 minutes, okay? And it tells you what's happening to his blood sugar. So there's I think 4 different things. So if it's one arrow going down, that means it's going down. If it's 2 arrows going down, it's down very fast. If it's 1 up, it's going up. Huh? If it's 2 up, it's going up really fast. Okay?
All right, hold on.
Okay. If it's Kevin, if it's sideways, listen. I need to explain. Daddy needs to understand this. Jordan, sit down. Kevin, sit down.
Sit down, Jordan.
If it's sideways, that means it's not changing very much. It's very, very little. It can be changing a little bit, but not very much. Not changing. Not really changing. Yeah. Which is good. You want him stable. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so you can take action if it's high. Jordan, I'm trying to talk to Daddy. Stop, please.
Stop it, Jordan.
So after school today, he was like 300. He was pretty high. We played for about an hour outside, and he went down. I gave him
down fast.
It went down fast, actually. Yes, it was 2 double arrows. Okay, it was double arrows. So I gave him some strawberries. Strawberries don't have a lot of carbs. It kind of keeps him steady, but you can see he's still dropping. You look at the time, and it's 4. What time is it? 5? It's time for him to eat. So you want him at 100, 150 before he eats. So anyway, you can kind of keep track of all this with this. So make sure that he keeps it in a plastic bag and he wears it around him all the time, okay? When he goes to bed, you can just set it next to him, okay? Now this is his phone, his iPhone. And it's connecting to the transmitter. If the phone isn't with him within 20 feet, it's not going to collect the data and send it to all our phones. So it's got it on there too.
Where has he been keeping the phone?
I'm not taking it with him to school right now because it's too much responsibility right now with him.
Is that why you
taking
didn't
care
see
of this.
stuff
Right.
from school?
That's why you had a bunch of, like I have just like this, not the data. I don't have the data from school. And you don't either. Because the internet, we're trying to figure out which internet we can work at when he's at school. So the Wi-Fi there isn't very good, and the internet Sprint service isn't very good at school. So I'm talking to Miss Williams about, you know, can we get his password? Can we get the Wi-Fi password?
Well, what is that arrow right there?
So that means it's going down. So on the phones, it's different. The phone arrow is different from the arrow on here. They're gonna look different on here on the phone. But you're not gonna take the phone yet. We're not taking the iPhone yet. Okay? We're gonna baby steps. We're gonna try this and make sure you know how to deal with this first, and then throw that in the mix. But it'll tell you what's going on for the last. Have you already logged in? I guess you logged in and saw everything. So yeah, so you're missing.
I know I don't need all this. I just need to know how to.
Okay. So to prime this, or to calibrate it, you have to check his blood sugar every 12 hours. I checked it at 7 a.m., so it's going to be...
Jordan, can you get up out of that seat so I can sit down, please? Yep.
You can go sit over there. Okay. So you can, in order to prime it, you have to prime it every 12 hours. So if I primed it or calibrated it at 7 a.m., it's due at 7 p.m. At 7 p.m., this thing is going to beep, and there's going to be a...
Where do I see the time where it was primed before?
It doesn't, I don't know how it tells. This thing is really archaic. It doesn't really tell you that. It's really very, it just tells you to do that. So that's what you're going to do. So at 7 o'clock, it's going to beep, and there's going to be a big blood drop there. You're not going to get any more readings. Nobody's going to get any more readings until you enter the glucose. So what you do is you take the meter and check him, and as it pops, the number pops up, whatever it is, 170, you go up or down. You can go up or down. And then you push OK and enter, and then
just test them twice.
No. That's only it's only when you first put the sensor on. So only one time. I thought it was 2 times, but it's only one time, twice a day. Okay? So that's all you have to do. So that's all you do. So you're at this normal graph.
How do you get to the main graph? How do you get to that main graph
battery.
again?
You just push OK.
And then enter
Main
BV.
menu, yeah. This is very archaic. It's just like there's not really a lot. These are the alerts. Your alarms are set for...
I don't need all that stuff. I just needed another priming. All right,
Okay.
I think that's it. All right, is there anything else that I need for tonight?
No.
All right, thank you.